Hello guys, how you doing? Today I will show you how to beat Zek'vir on the hardest difficulty and earn this awesome Void Delver's dirigible mount. Now, I did this on my heroic geared 16 Destro Warlock, and I've seen people do it on lower gear, so you don't really need the best mythic gear in the game in order to do this. Please remember that for the mount you need to do this solo. You cannot get it if you do it with a friend or with a party. So if you're curious how to get here or what to do, you basically need to first clear a level 10 delve, because that's a requirement. Once you have cleared it with lives remaining, of course, you need to hop in here to Zek'vir's lair, to this delve right here in the City of Threads in Ashkahet. Now, make sure that if you're a DPS, make sure that Brann is on healer spec, because we really need that dispel that he offers for the mechanics that we're gonna discuss later. Helps you a lot with the ads that we'll talk about later. Now for the talents, I played this build right here, linked down in the description. You can just import it down to your game. Now the first mechanic I want to talk about is Claw Smash. Now this is one of the two frontal cones that the boss does that one-shot you if you got hit with it, no matter how many defensives you have. So you must take it into account that this is the number one priority to dodge. If you got hit by this, there's no coming back, you will just die. The second frontal cone is Angler's Web, which if you get caught by, you will take lethal levels of damage and you will get pulled to the boss. The boss also summons eggs that must be killed immediately, otherwise they would summon an ad that will cast a spell and does a lot of damage to you and your pet, and it will stun you for 4 or 5 seconds, so you cannot really recover from this. He will also chain cast this, so you really need to kill the egg immediately. You can know where an egg is going to spawn by finding the little web animation, so you can start moving to it before it spawns, but be careful not to be too far from the boss, because it often casts Claw Smash right after the egg spawns in an attempt to one-shot you. Horrendous Roar is a melee range AoE fear that does about half of your health and damage and fears you for 5 seconds. Now, regenerating carapace must be interrupted, otherwise it will heal the boss, and you will never be able to kill this boss if you don't interrupt this cast in particular. But if you miss it just one time, maybe 2 times, you can definitely recover from this, as you see in my kill video, I have indeed missed one and still was able to kill the boss. Every 30-ish seconds, the boss will also cast Enfeebling Spittle, which is a nasty damage over time that also slows you, and the damage is very hard to live through unless dispelled. So us warlocks have Demonic Circle that removes slows, and it also gets rid of this debuff. But if you have a dispel or are a healer, you should definitely talent into it and dispel this. Now Brann can also dispel it once every, I think he can dispel every other one, so you can rely on him, so you can dispel the first one and then he dispels and then you dispel and then he dispels, right? At 60% health, the boss will cast Black Blood, which gives him 99% damage reduction for a little bit, and then begins phase 2, and as you see, I'm hitting him just to regenerate soul shards here and not really nothing more. In phase 2 there are 2 more abilities. The first is a bunch of swirlies you need to dodge right after the Black Blood cast, and it also happens quite a bit after that. And the second one is a bunch of portals that spawn whenever Zek'vir casts Angler's Web, the frontal that pulls you in. So be careful not to touch those, or your character will fly between them and take a lot of damage and probably die. So I will now let you watch the whole kill. Good luck.